Well, hey BookTube, John No Relation Wayne here. Listen, I just wanted to make a quick TBR video, my titles for 2021 that I hope to get through. Now, it's easier said than done because I just get so tempted by, my local library that I really want to support. So I'm constantly seeing what I can get on there and putting holds down and whatnot, so that occasionally, I like to just kind of pick titles as I go, but spending so much time reading and engaging with the online community, I feel like it'll just be good to set aside some and actually make a plan and try and stick to it. So now these titles are all books that I own, and my shelf is growing pretty quickly, I gotta say, especially even these last 6 months. But I have visited now all of the bookstores in the city, and kind of holding off, but it's been nice. I got a $100 gift card to Chapters recently, which I went and spent just over $100 on brand new stuff, so I'm really excited to get those orders in. And yeah, there's been a couple of secondhand bookstores here in town that I've gone and had some big scores if you checked out my last book haul video. Now, I do consider myself a pretty slow reader, so again, I don't think it's out of the question to finish these titles by the end of the year. However, as I said, it takes me more time, I feel like, and I'll be reading stuff, other titles in between, but there's some big ones here. Yeah, let's get started. I want to make certain I continue to read Jonathan Lethem. He is definitely one of my favorite living authors. I've read 4 of his. His first one, Gun with Occasional Music, I've read, which was fabulous. He introduces these animals as characters in a detective story and creates this world. Fabulous stuff. I loved it. I read that on my phone, along with Amnesia Moon, another great one. And actually, my intro to Jonathan Lethem was, in fact, Chronic City, the first Lethem I read, and thought that was super cool. So, and I also, what was the other I did? Fortress of Solitude was one of my top 4 reads of the last year, and was blown away by Fortress of Solitude. So I'm excited to read The Arrest. I think I am in a group read of The Recognitions in February sometime with a Twitter group. I have to look at that. But The Recognitions, I am so excited. What a beautiful book. What a beautiful cover. Big, thick. There's been a lot of, talk about this online, so I'm really excited to do this. I got about 1/3 of the way through this book, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But I'm a different reader now. And it wasn't for any specific reason. I remember enjoying it. I remember really being into it, but for whatever reason, couldn't do it. But as I said, that's going to change this next time. So very excited to explore William Gaddis. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, I read a book. Actually, I should say I listened to a book on Audible called Stoner by John Williams, which instantly became a top 10 favorite for me. Was completely blown away by Stoner. I thought it was just a masterpiece. So naturally, I looked at some of his other stuff and very high reviews for Butcher's Crossing. Interesting story. Very, very excited. I know it's going to be good. It's one of those books and it's pretty short. So I have no doubts I'm going to get to this at some point this year. Very excited. So along with Butcher's Crossing and The Arrest, another one I picked up at Chapters, inspired by The Book Chemist, I gotta be honest. So he's a big H.P Lovecraft fan, and I got this for a discounted price, a box set of his horror fiction. I'm pretty psyched because I don't read horror fiction at all. I don't really even like horror movies anymore. I mean, I used to, but I thought, trying to expand my horizons a little bit, and try some horror fiction, thrillers. So yeah, in my mind, in my brain, it's kind of books that read like a good movie. I loved The Last Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel. That wasn't the last one, that was a long time ago, but gosh, that was a good movie. Or if it's anything like Seven, for instance, with Brad Pitt. That's kind of the fiction I'm looking for with this. Stuff I can just zip through and enjoy. This next one I came across just a couple times and was very intrigued online, and it epitomizes my passion for big books. And this one's brand new, and it's a beautiful book. It caught my eye in Chapters and instantly picked it up. I knew I was going to buy it. I was surprised I had it, to be honest. And it's Jerusalem by Alan Moore. Look at the size of this book. And just reading a couple of really quickly reviews online just on my phone there sold me even more. This is just so, it looks pretty dense, quite a bit of dialogue, just massive in scope, and eagerly awaiting jumping into this one. And the last one on the list, guys, just real quick. I don't have a copy of Under the Volcano, which I also want to read this year. If I can pick it up somehow through interlibrary loan, we'll see. I also started into that book years ago, and for whatever reason, I couldn't get into it. But as I said, I'm a new reader. I do have this, though. I bought this at a used bookstore. His first novel called Ultramarine, Malcolm Lowry's first novel. And I'm excited to jump to this. It looks like it's real quick, and it's about takes place at sea, which I'm always interested in those types of books. I'm not sure if anyone's ever read Sacred Hunger by Barry Unsworth, but that's great stuff as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Listen, I'd love if you want to comment about any of these. I hope to do another video explaining, I guess, some recommendations or books that have been a big part of my reading journey, and I want to share a selection of those with you all. So please drop a like or a comment, and I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe, stay positive, test negative.